welcome back. Remember that you're watching the best show, Women's View. Remember to interact with us. Our SMS line is 21144, and all the comment to all our social media platform at ZBS TV Africa. And today in the building we have gospel artists. Okay, Becky, I wanted to ask you, like, in the industry, music industry, which gender is being considered? Kuna female na male. Kuna wengine wanaonelewa sana.
Why? That's a very wide. It's very wide because, first of all, when you release a song, you just need God's favor. So basically, I can't say that there are those ones that are when you wanaonelewa. If God has favored you, maybe to shine. If it's your time to shine, if it's your season, you're gonna shine. Hata kama watu wamekukanyagia, God has just a way of just, you know. Yeah. So I can't say that specific ones when you're wameonelewa unless those who are always willing to compromise. Yes, if someone is willing to do whatever they can just for their songs to be played, for them to, you know, to be called, you know, to be invited for those performance and all that, the people are willing to compromise. Yeah, so unless you're using other forces like compromising, then you'll be favored. And definitely with women, they will be favored because I hope you understand your
And also talking about that, I've heard that some producers, they have this language that if you do something for me, I'm going to produce your music, I'm going to market your music. Yeah, have you encountered any issue like that?
I think when I did my first song, okay, mine was not a producer. The producer was really good. I had a problem with the people who market music, the marketers. You find you find like someone telling you that I want to date you. They want to date you so that they can support you. I will support you. You'll be going for those interviews. You'll be invited places. So I'm like, really?
Because I know people.
Yes. So you find that if someone is, and it's not just dating, maybe they want to sleep with you. That's the reality. These things are happening. Yeah. So they find that if you're not doing that, if you're not willing to do that, they will not support you. They will not, by that they will not completely support you. I know what I'm talking about.
You understand.
They will not even.
You're not supposed to pay for marketing.
Okay, there's that an option of paying, but you see, when someone is releasing their first song, there are people who maybe they have struggled financially for them to reach that level. So where will you get the money to pay a marketer? So when they realize that you don't have money to pay, now they want to take advantage of you. Yeah. So if you are not stable, let me say stable spiritually, maybe you're hungry for fame. You'll just do whatever you want, whatever it takes for you to just be heard. But I don't think if that's the right direction to take, because this is the work of God and He's the one who gave you that assignment. So He's the one who is going to sail you through. But the moment you start to compromise, you accept those, you know, the advances that people are making just for your songs to be played, then now always say it's no longer about God, but it's just about you. So those things are happening, that people will just come to you with offers. Someone will be willing to pay that money for you, but under conditions.
Even Christian.
Yeah.
I'm not, by them I'm not talking about non-believers.
So they are correct.
I'm not talking about non-believers. Yeah, there are even some pastors who can tell you, I'm going to support you, but under conditions. And remember, this is a pastor who is married. Yes.
So how do you feel about it?
You feel bad. I think when I faced this for the first time, I really used to feel bad. I would cry. But later on, I came to realize that this is just how the world is. So it's upon me to do something that can change the world.
We are in a corrupt world.
That's the truth. So compromising has become the order of the day, especially with musicians. Most musicians are so desperate for fame. They want to be known. So they would just do anything. Yeah, for them to be known.
And we have seen so many gospel artists. They come wanaimba for a while, but after some time they go back to secular. What happens? What happens?
I think it has all to, it's all about foundation. First of all, why did you get into music? You know, yeah. It matters a lot why you got there. If God called you, I'm telling you the truth, you'll never give up. No matter what happens, you'll not give. But you see, if you got there hoping that you'll get money, then you don't get that money, then you'll opt for another option, secular. And of course, secular has money. So if your aim or your purpose for getting into music was for money, then definitely you're going to deviate from that.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Would you like to do any collabo? And with who?
Well, okay, I'm thinking about collabo, but I've not known with who.
You're still praying for that.
I'm praying so that I just, okay, one thing I always want is just to be in the will of God. Because when you're in the will of God, you're always at peace. You'll not force things. Yes.
Okay, do you think internet has impacted in your music? Good impact in your music?
It has really impacted me because when I did that song, I just used to post it on Facebook. And people would go to YouTube to watch it. When I didn't have people to support me to market the song, because now people had conditions that I couldn't give in to. So I said, I'm going to be my own marketer now. I'm going to use the social media. And so by that, it has really helped me. So, because sometimes I just get messages from people telling me how the song is blessing them. And, you know, I thank God for that. Because I didn't have to do something for someone to do, you know, to do all that for me. So I always tell musicians that if God has called you, just focus on God. When your time comes, you will shine. When your time comes, you'll go for those interviews. When your time comes, you know, you'll be invited places. But you see, nowadays, I got also to understand that even for one to be invited to a church, for you to be on that poster, there are pastors who will give you conditions. You must have an affair with them. So that every time they plan those conferences, you'll be appearing on the poster. Because people are desperate for fame and performance. So it's not about God anymore. And that's why you see that when even people are ministers, the presence of God is not there because people have become so carnal, you know. It's all about me. I want to be known. I want people to know that there is Becky Sude who is a singer. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes. But it's not the will of God. Yes.
How would you describe the music that typically you create?
Describing the music.
Yes.
First of all, by the way, I just love my music because that whenever I go through hard season, I just listen to them and I always feel encouraged. So me, I just love my music.
Love that music.
I love my music.
Apart from music, do you have any side hustle? Ama ni music tu na ministry peke yake?
No, I work actually. But then I said, did I tell you guys I'm a student as well?
No, not yet.
Natuambia story ya college.
Yeah, I'm a student at St. Paul's University. Yeah, I'm doing public relations. And apart from that, I'm a marketer. I work in a company where we deal with outdoor advertising. So I work as a marketer there as well. Because you see, if you just sit down there and say, I'm a musician, I'm waiting to be invited, you know, to go and perform for me to get money. What happens if you're not invited? And as a lady, you'll become vulnerable and you'll start looking for sponsors.
Sure.
Yeah, so you must have some, I always say just have something to do so that you don't depend on, you know, people and music. It will help you big time. So that's it.
You know, nowadays,
Since you mentor young people,
Yes.
who is your mentor?
That's a good question. Okay, but I've really had issues with mentorship. Because let me now talk as a woman who is in ministry, a young lady who is in ministry. But then it's quite challenging because you find that you'd want to work with someone or someone to work with you to mentor you. But you find that people who are available, maybe a male pastor.
mabibi wako wapi?
And
Mabibi wako wapi?
then you find mama mchungaji, they're always busy. They cannot find time for you, by the way. Even if you want to sit down with them, you want to tell them your plans for the year, for the ministry, they keep on postponing those meetings. But now you find mchungaji mwenye ndio ako
Ama
available.
mama mchungaji maybe ako na
Na
wimbo
mama
anaona
mchungaji akufight.
Exactly, that's where I'm heading to. So you find that
Did you try with Mama Mchungaji?
you find that mchungaji is willing to support you, but mama mchungaji now becomes jealous again. So it really becomes hard with the women who are in ministry. It's not easy because with the man, a young man can be mentored by either mama mchungaji or the mchungaji, and there will be nothing, absolutely nothing. Like now, when it comes to me as a lady, if pastor is working with me, people will start speculating. Even mama mchungaji will have issues with it. But again, when you approach a mama mchungaji to work with she's too busy. She keeps on postponing, even if you have something, a burning issue you want to share with her. she will not give you that
Because
time.
I believe as a lady, there are those sensitive issues which you need to speak to Mama
Mama,
Mchungaji.
exactly. So it becomes, by the way, it's a big challenge.
And how do you handle that?
Well, it was not easy until I just came to a place where I just had to depend on God. Yes. So something happened, like I lost my dad, like, was it 3 years ago? And you see, I had that strong, a very tight relationship with my dad. So after that, I really wanted someone to just walk with me. But I didn't find that person. You find someone, okay, you know, it just doesn't have to be your own pastor in the church. But one thing I always say is that for someone to walk with you, they must just have that burden in their heart. Because if they don't have the burden of your calling, they will not understand what you're doing, so they will not impact you in any way. So I tried, I really tried, but why?
Kilikulamba.
Character development. Why? Acha tu. So
Kugongwa.
it was not easy. So I came to a place, I just told God, you know what, Dad, I've really tried to find someone. Not that I'm proud, not that I don't want to be mentored, but I've not found someone who is willing.
What about your mom?
Yeah, of course I have my mom, but my mom is in the up country. So, you know, there are things, I can't just be with him or with her all the time. Yes. But she's a good one. She has mentored me so well.
Ushajikuta you are moved from one church to another because huku mambo yameharibika.
But I've not faced that challenge as such. Yeah, I've not have that fear.
But you go for your dad because the dad is a pastor.
No, actually, I was in this first church I was in when I came to Nairobi was my brother. I have a brother who is a pastor.
Okay.
So I was serving in his church for a quite long time until I felt that it was time for me to move somewhere else. And indeed, God directed me to the right place again. So where I'm serving, I'm very much okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You left your brother.
I said so.
You kosana dama.
Not really, but I really explained to him and he understood. That was another way for me to know that God wanted me to move. Hatukukosana. We are great friends. He attends my meetings.
I want to be parent. I don't want to be parent.
He attends my meetings, so we just have that good relationship with him. Yes. You know, you cannot hold someone forever. Yeah, because people have different assignments.
Yeah.
So if your assignment ends in that place and your season there ends and you're still pushing on, you know there are things you will not enjoy.
Okay.
Yes. So it's always good to be alert spiritually to know when your season somewhere has ended, so that you move to where God wants you to be.
Okay. Now we have seen so many young ladies, even those who are born again, even though marriage is biblical. They say, I don't want to get married, I want to be independent. It's all about money and I. Kuna mtu, or do you have any plans? Boy, again maskia.
I did see that coming. That's an ambush. Yeah, I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm waiting on the Lord because you see, I have a very sensitive colleague. So I need someone who is going to support me. It's not just a matter of settling down because someone has showed up and, you know, just getting married. But marriage, I want a marriage that, you know, a marriage that is going to be brought by purpose. So he must be willing to support what I'm doing. Yes.
So you turn them down.
If we are not aligning, so why should I waste time with such a person?
And he must be born again in that case.
But I know there are others, they will just pretend. I'm born again to get you for now. But when I get you, ni hivyo. Mi pia mi narudi.
You see, by the alafu, one thing I always tell people is that when you are single, just stay away from sex. Because someone will come to you and, you know, They will say, oh, I will support you. Then the next thing they're telling you, you go to
They're
bed
just
with them.
using
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So if they realize that you're not giving into that, even a pretender will get tired and go. That's the way that has really worked for me. You say, yes, so let's walk in holiness. We cannot do this, this, and this. We will set boundaries. Clear? So if you're not okay with that, you
can walk,
away.
yeah.
Kanyanga kubwa kubwa.
Exactly.
What's the hurry for?
Exactly. If you want to marry me, and so we're
hurry,
gonna do
no
all
hurry.
these things. Why now?
Slow down.
The rest of
Why
life.
can't we wait? Oh, come on.
Till death do you part.
Yeah.
Yes, you'll have to get all, forever to be together and do everything.
I love that because
Yes.
anyway, so many girls are being misused, and you feel this man after akikuacha, you feel used, then unajichukia we mwenyewe. You are not respecting yourself. Yeah.
And also it will take that confidence from you. You will not be able to do the
Unakuwa
work of
single
God
mother.
well.
Na unakuwa in single mother.
Exactly. So you see, when you walk in that kind of lifestyle as a Christian or as a minister, you lack that courage to preach the word of God, to speak the truth. Yes. So
Unasema
you see, it's not-
condemnation.
no, the Bible says- exactly. You'll feel condemned, and even when someone is preaching, you're gonna feel like, oh, he was just speaking about me. You see, because you are not walking
Na
uprightly
siendi hiyo
with God.
kanisa tena.
Exactly, and you'll keep on moving. Then one day you just give up on salvation, which is very bad, very bad. So when you walk when you walk uprightly with God, you become bold. You'll never be afraid of talking about. Me, when I talk to young people, I talk to them about sex. Some people shy away from it, but I say, you are shying away from it, you guys are doing this secretly. So why are you shying away from it? Yeah, so me personally, I believe in sexual purity. To keep yourself pure until marriage. So if someone is not willing to walk that direction with me, bye.
A girl should have a stand, a firm one. See why hivi
Okay, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned and keep the SMS coming at 21144 and all the comments to all our social media platform at GBS TV Africa.